Actor, model and popular television personality Shefali Jariwala has sadly passed away at the age of 42. The sudden death of the Kaanta Laga Girl, as she is now remembered, has sent shockwaves through the country and the entertainment industry. Shefali is survived by her husband, actor Parag Tyagi, sibling Shivani Jariwala and her parents. Several luminaries from the country's entertainment industry have offered their condolences on social media. Shefali's death has sparked a digital frenzy also amongst her fans and followers, even as the Mumbai police continue their investigation into the death. Shefali had a history of medical issues. In particular, she struggled a lot with epilepsy. She had spoken out about her seizures in interviews and recently even stated that she had been seizure-free for almost 15 years, having learned to manage her symptoms and condition naturally. She's also been a vocal proponent of treatment for mental conditions like depression and anxiety. She'd also opened up about her battles with these frequently. Well, Shefali, of course, it seems prima facie had a cardiac arrest. Why is this happening to people at such a young age? That's something we will talk about with our panelists who are joining us live on the broadcast. Let me also draw you in here, Dr. Mehta. Cardiac arrest at such a young age. What do you believe could have led to it? What do you make of Shefali Jariwala's sudden passing away last night?
Yes, it's a very sad moment that we are again talking about this occurrence. Now, premature coronary artery disease is actually becoming a pandemic in our country. We are seeing especially in Asia and in our country, at least the incidence is increasing. We are seeing a more aggressive form of this coronary artery disease. And for us, technically, the age is anything less than 40 years is considered as coronary artery disease or heart attacks in the young. Now, we are seeing a more virulent form of this. It's happening much earlier as compared to the Western world, where it is happening much later after 70. So, in fact, out there it is only about 20%. But here we are seeing nearly 50% increase in the incidence of coronary artery disease in young. Secondly, what is happening is, the progression is very rapid and we are seeing increasing mortality. So this is a very somber moment. My condolences to Shefali's family and her loved ones. But we should reflect at this stage and ponder what are we doing to ourselves and what we can do to society as a whole to stop this scourge. Now, at this stage, I would just like to recap the issues at hand and why is it happening. Firstly, we should not forget our traditional risk factors. The traditional risk factors are becoming increasingly important, and the traditional risk factors they're all known to us. But I still would like to reiterate smoking, which doubles the risk of heart disease by eight times. Diabetes makes it very aggressive. Obesity triples the risk of heart disease, and hypertension. In fact, these diseases generally are undetected in the young. That is another big issue. So, for example, diabetes and hypertension are usually missed out in the young people. So, these are the traditional risk factors which we should not forget. In addition, there are these newer risk factors, or what we call as emerging risk factors or societal factors. As Dr. Kakkar has mentioned, stress, anxiety, peer pressures, and societal pressures. Then we have undergone the COVID pandemic. And there have been instances of post-COVID complications which increase this. Then also important is recreational drugs that is increasingly being used, like cocaine and amphetamines. They actually increase the incidence of heart disease. This is because there is vasospasm and the blockages that when we do the angiography, we find that generally these blockages are single blockages. They are not like in elderly, we'll find a lot of hard blockages. So these are soft blockages. There are soft cholesterol deposits or fat deposits. And whenever there is some stress or anxiety or unaccustomed exertion, these soft blockages, they tend to rupture. And that is why we are seeing these increased instances of heart disease in young. We should not forget that there are also some diseases which are very common. For example, congenital heart disease or hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. But those are there which are in the background and which have always been there and they happen all over the world. But in India, this is the scourge that we are facing with, and we should all get together and address it. So that's I would like to say at the outset.
Yes.